yes, the elusive genre of death game. For those who don't know, it's a genre belonging to the larger thriller family in which the heroes, for whatever reason, have to participate in a game of life and death. People like to tell that social critique is one of the defining elements of the genre, but nah, not really, unless you want to present a dissertation on the social critique in Saw or fucking Deadliest Warrior. Sometimes the author wants to say that something they don't like is bad, sometimes he just wants to kill bitches in a roundabout way. Our current subject, the Tomodachi Game, belongs to the even rarer subgenre of the deduction game, the defining feature of which is the emphasis on the mind games between characters and their ability to solve puzzles. Think Danganronpa or any other game similar to that and you'll get the point. And here lies my biggest problem with such animes: the genre doesn't really work well as an anime, or really anything other than a video game or a manga, and the reason for this is twofold. One, interactivity. In the manga you have the power of imagination to think of voices, animations, mannerisms, and all the other elements that make the story feel alive. In video games, you're given the most important thing in these sorts of games: direct participation. Not only you're piloting a character, but you're also unlocking relationship in between deduction puzzles, giving them presence, reading their dialogue, etc. As you can see, in both cases, the ability to directly participate in the story is much higher than in a more rigid set-in-stone anime. I'm more than sure that in Tomodachi Game manga, the story has more twists and turns that makes it an enjoyable read. It's certainly more slow-boiled than the anime, part of the drill for an adaptation. Wait, I forgot to tell you the plot. Silly me. So there's an average Japanese schoolboy named Who Fucking Cares that has 4 friends of a predictably for these types of stories personalities of dumb and emotionally traumatized, and so one of them decides to pay 2 million yen to partake in the friendship game, the most epic social experiment there ever was. The participants are given a massive debt, it's split between them equally, and they have to partake in games to make sure they pay their debt back. But little do they know that each of them is hiding a spooky secret. Okay, I can't take it seriously anymore. So the main hero is an edgy murderer with a mind capable of manipulating people, while other people are pretty much filler or an anchor for his dumb sense of morality. And that's what I mean by interactivity. I'm sure that as a manga it's a fun read, when it's all slow and you can voice the characters yourself. In an anime though, everything is predetermined, and therefore boring. Not to mention the second of our 2 problems with this genre is that Japanese seemingly have barely if any belief that the average media connoisseur has enough brain power to comprehend detective genre, so whenever you have any sort of detective anime, it usually boils down to the detective in question just dumping a wall of text on how he solved this puzzle, and the more contrived the puzzle is, the more bullshit this dissertation becomes. And speaking of bullshit, you know, these sorts of deduction games thrive on relatively simple trials with additional complications. In a video game, you have to deduct these complications yourself, which also makes you less harsh towards it. In an anime, these trials feel contrived, unfair, and they make you more annoyed during the reveal than they really should. But anyway, if you're one of those people that would rather watch turds dry than another goddamn isekai, then I suppose it's not that bad of a time waster. In terms of quality, it ain't any better or worse than any other show of this genre, yes, weird animation included. If not, however, then this is an ultimately boring story about an edgy teenager genius and how he's just the smartest motherfucker that ever motherfucked. The games are bullshit, the graphics are average, the music is boring, and the only real enjoyment you'll get out of it is watching these unlikable characters suffer, though why would you want to watch it for that instead of browsing social media is beyond me.